At Better Life, reducing physical risk is everyone's job. Every shift, every setting, and every interaction can either prevent an injury or let one develop. Physical risk includes anything that could cause harm to a person, from a wet floor to an unsafe transfer, a vehicle problem, or a missed medical warning sign. This training is about catching those risks early, using good judgment in the moment, and taking practical action before someone gets hurt. You'll learn how to observe carefully, think through what matters most, respond safely, and report what you see so the next injury can be prevented too. Better Life uses 4 simple words to guide safe decisions. Look, think, ACT, and report. Look means slow down and scan. Notice the floor, the equipment, the person's condition, the weather, the traffic pattern, and anything else that could change the level of risk. Think means ask what could go wrong next, who could be hurt, and which issue needs attention first. ACTT means do the safest, appropriate thing right away. That might mean moving a tripping hazard, getting more help, stopping a task, or calling for emergency support. Report means the risk doesn't end when the moment ends. In a home, a vehicle, a community outing, or an emergency, sharing what happened helps prevent the next injury. Physical risk means any condition, action, or event that could cause injury to the person you support, to you, to a co-worker, or to someone nearby. Sometimes the risk is obvious, like a spill on tile. Sometimes it's subtle, like a person who looks weaker than usual before a transfer. A fall can begin with one small miss. A sock slides on hardwood, a walker is out of reach, and a routine trip to the bathroom becomes an emergency. Vehicle risk works the same way. A loose seatbelt, a rushed turn, or wet roads can turn transportation into an injury event in seconds. Unsafe lifting is another common risk. If a staff member twists while helping someone stand, both people can be injured at the same time. Environmental hazards build risk all day long. Wet floors, poor lighting, clutter, cords, and broken equipment create chances for trips, falls, and impact injuries. Behavior can increase physical danger too. Throwing objects, hitting, bolting, or pushing furniture changes a room from manageable to unsafe very quickly. Fire and medical emergencies are physical risk events because the priority is immediate safety, rapid assessment, and protecting people from further harm. Wheelchair securement problems can stay hidden until the vehicle stops hard or turns sharply. By then, the mistake has already become an injury risk. Unsafe transfers tell the same story. If the brakes are off, the gate belt is missing, or the path is blocked, the setup is already unsafe before movement begins. The key idea is simple. Physical risk is everywhere support happens, and safe employees learn to spot it early, rank it quickly, and respond on purpose. Environmental safety starts before you touch anything. When you enter a space, scan the whole environment, not just the task you came to do. Look first at walking surfaces. Wet floors, loose rugs, clutter, and cords all create trip and slip hazards that should never be ignored. In a home, you might see a throw rug curled at the corner and a lamp cord stretched across a hallway. If you can fix it safely right then, do it right then. Lighting matters too. A dim bathroom, burned out porch light, or dark entry path changes an ordinary transfer or arrival into a fall risk. Blocked exits are never a minor issue. Boxes near a door, furniture in a path, or equipment stored in the wrong place can delay evacuation when seconds matter. Broken equipment needs the same level of attention. A cracked shower chair, loose wheelchair footrest, or unstable handrail is a hazard, not an inconvenience. Outside, the scan continues. Uneven sidewalks, potholes, icy steps, standing water, and wind-driven debris all affect how safely a person can move. Picture arriving at a facility after freezing rain. The parking lot looks passable, but the painted ramp is slick. That changes your plan immediately. You might slow the pace, choose a different entrance, request help, or delay movement until salt is applied. Safe judgment means adjusting to the real conditions. Weather is part of the environment too. Heat, snow, ice, heavy rain, and strong wind can turn routine transportation and community access into higher risk situations. The rule is simple. If a hazard can be removed safely, remove it. If it can't, control the area, change the task, get help, and report it. Strong employees don't walk past risk. They notice it, correct it when possible, and make sure the next person is protected too. That prevention habit is what keeps small environmental problems from becoming large injury events. Safe support begins before movement begins. Most transfer injuries happen because the setup was rushed, not because the final movement was difficult. Start with body mechanics. Keep a stable base. Bend at the knees and hips, keep the person close, and avoid twisting while lifting or guiding. If you have to reach, lean, and twist at the same time, stop. Reposition yourself instead of asking your body to do unsafe work. Before a transfer, check the path, the footwear, the equipment, the brakes, and the person's condition. Preparation is part of the lift. Imagine helping someone stand from a recliner. Their feet are uneven, the walker is off to the side, and the floor is slick near the chair. The safe response is not to muscle through. You dry the floor, square the feet, place the walker correctly, apply the gait belt if required, and explain the plan. Gait belts are support tools, not decorations. If the care plan calls for one, use it correctly and check that it is secure before movement starts. Wheelchair safety depends on details. Brakes engaged, footrest managed, seat position correct, securement used when needed, and the route cleared before movement. Now picture a curb during a community outing. The wheelchair user is anxious, traffic is nearby, and the curb cut is partially blocked by a parked car. Safe support may mean pausing, choosing another crossing point, repositioning the chair, and asking a second staff member to assist rather than forcing the moment. No lifting limits. If a person, object, or task exceeds safe practice or your training, that is not a challenge to overcome by effort alone. Asking for help is a safety skill. It protects the person receiving support, and it protects you from back, shoulder, and overexertion injuries. Personal limits matter too. Fatigue, previous injury, pregnancy, pain, and reduced strength can change what is safe for you to do that day. Suppose a transfer setup suddenly becomes unsafe because the person begins to slide and you are alone. The right move is to lower risk, not prove strength. You stabilize if possible, call for assistance, follow agency procedure, and avoid a panic grab that could injure both of you. Safe support means planning the movement, respecting the equipment, respecting the person's needs, and respecting the limits of your own body. Behavior and physical risk are closely connected. When behavior escalates, the chance of falls, strikes, collisions, and unsafe movement rises for everyone in the area. Throwing objects can injure the person, staff, or bystanders. Hitting, pushing, and property destruction can also create sharp surfaces, blocked paths, and panic. Running away adds another layer of danger. A person who bolts can reach stairs, traffic, parking lots, or strangers before staff can safely recover the situation. Self-injury can quickly become a medical and environmental safety issue at the same time, especially if hard surfaces, furniture edges, or objects are nearby. The goal is not just to react better after escalation. The real safety win is preventing escalation when early signs appear. That means knowing patterns, triggers, pace changes, body language, noise tolerance, transition difficulty, and the person's usual signs of rising stress. Picture a living room where a person starts pacing, yelling, and knocking cushions to the floor, while another person supported in the home uses a walker nearby. A strong staff response lowers the physical risk in the room. Move obstacles, create space, guide others out of the path, and reduce demands if appropriate. Calm tone matters because staff escalation can increase physical danger. Fast movements, crowding, arguing, or blocking can make unsafe behavior worse. In the community, the same thinking applies. If someone becomes dysregulated near a street or storefront, repositioning and distance may matter more than finishing the outing. Proactive supports reduce injury risk because they lower the chance that a behavior moment turns into a physical emergency. When staff look for early signs, think about what could become dangerous, ACT to lower the risk, and report patterns afterward, the next situation becomes safer too. Medical risks often show up before there is a crisis. The safety skill is noticing change early and treating it as meaningful. Fatigue matters because a person who is unusually tired may move more slowly, miss a step, transfer poorly, or struggle to react if they start to fall. Heat exhaustion and dehydration raise risk in quieter ways too. Dizziness, weakness, headache, confusion, and poor endurance can change what is safe right now. A fall is never just a completed event. After any fall, continue watching for pain, confusion, reduced range of motion, or a sudden fear of standing again. Seizure risk requires preparation and observation. Know the person's supports and watch for changes before, during, and after the event. Medication side effects can look like behavior, fatigue, imbalance, slowed response, restlessness, or a major shift in appetite and alertness. Mobility changes are one of the clearest warning signs. If someone who usually pivots well is dragging a foot, leaning harder, or needing more cueing, your support plan changes. Pain also changes safety. A person who winces, guards one side, refuses to bear weight, or becomes suddenly irritable may be protecting an injury or medical problem. Imagine arriving for an afternoon shift and noticing the person is unusually quiet, moving slowly and needing the wall for balance on a short walk to the kitchen. That is a look and think moment. You do not continue business as usual. You slow the pace, increase support, check for immediate safety issues, and notify the right people. When a change may affect safety, involve nursing or a supervisor according to procedure. When the change suggests urgent danger, seek emergency help right away. Good medical observation prevents injuries because it catches the moment when a normal routine is no longer a safe routine. That is how careful observation becomes physical risk prevention. Transportation safety starts before the key turns. A safe trip begins with inspection, planning, and secure setup. Check the vehicle, the tires, fuel level, warning lights, mirrors, and any equipment needed for the people you are transporting. Seatbelts are non-negotiable, and wheelchair securement must be completed correctly every time. Close enough is not safe enough in a moving vehicle. Weather changes the whole risk picture. Rain, ice, wind, fog, and extreme heat all affect route choice, timing, and whether travel should continue at all. Distraction is a physical risk issue too. Phones, side conversations, rushing, and managing too many tasks while driving reduce attention when attention matters most. Picture a before-trip moment where one rider is buckled, another is still shifting in the seat, and a staff member is tempted to leave quickly because the appointment is running late. The safe choice is to finish every securement step before moving. A rushed departure can create a preventable injury before the van leaves the parking lot. During the trip, keep scanning the environment. Traffic flow, passenger condition, weather changes, road surfaces, and construction all affect safe decisions. If there is an accident, the first priorities are staying calm, protecting people from further harm, assessing injuries, and following emergency procedures. If there is a breakdown, location matters. A flat tire on a quiet lot is different from a breakdown on the roadside during heavy traffic or extreme weather. Evacuation requires judgment. Move people only when remaining in place is more dangerous than exiting, and follow the safest available procedure for that situation. Strong transportation practice means preventing risk before the trip, adjusting during the trip, and responding calmly if the unexpected happens. Community safety depends on planning before the outing and active scanning during it. Public spaces change quickly, and support has to change with them. Crosswalks, parking lots, crowds, buses, curbs, weather, animals, construction zones, and unfamiliar layouts all introduce physical risk. Start by thinking through the route, the person's mobility needs, their behavior patterns, weather conditions, and what backup plan you may need. Parking lots deserve special attention because people, carts, cars, and visual distractions move in every direction at once. At a crosswalk, don't assume the environment is safe just because the signal changed. Continue scanning for turning vehicles and uneven pavement. Imagine supporting someone through a crowded pharmacy entrance on a rainy day. Umbrellas, slick floors, automatic doors, and impatient foot traffic all add pressure. Safe support there might mean slowing down, repositioning, choosing a less crowded entrance, or waiting until the path is actually clear. Public transportation adds its own hazards: steps, platform gaps, abrupt movement, noise, crowding, and schedule pressure can affect safe boarding and exiting. Animals and unknown environments matter too. A loose dog, an unmarked drop-off, or a construction detour can instantly change the safest route. The best community safety skill is flexible judgment. You may need to shorten the outing, change the destination, or stop entirely if the risk picture changes. When you look, think, ACT, and rapport in the community, you turn unpredictable public settings into manageable support environments. That is what prevention-first support looks like outside the building. In an emergency, calm is a safety tool. Your first job is to protect people from immediate harm and act in the right order. Fire means life safety first. Alert others, follow evacuation procedures, move to the designated safe area, and never delay exit for non-essential items. A medical emergency requires quick assessment, immediate protection from further harm, and the right level of emergency response without panic. If someone is having a seizure, for example, clear nearby hazards, protect the person as trained, observe carefully, and follow emergency procedure. Vehicle accidents add traffic, confusion, and location risk. After a crash, scene safety matters alongside injury assessment. Natural disasters can change priorities fast. Severe weather, tornado warnings, flooding, or other events may require sheltering, evacuating, or rapidly changing location. Evacuation decisions should follow procedure, but the principle stays the same. Move people away from the greatest danger by the safest realistic route. When you call 911, be clear, brief, and exact about location, what happened, how many people are involved, and what immediate risks are present. Picture smoke in a kitchen, one person hesitating near the hallway, and another person using mobility equipment in a bedroom. Priorities have to become clear immediately. You do not split attention across 10 tasks. You identify the greatest immediate danger, protect the people involved, call for help, and continue following procedure. Good emergency response is not dramatic. It is trained, calm, and focused on the next right action. Reporting is part of safety, not paperwork after safety. If a hazard, near miss, injury, or equipment issue happened, the next step is to report it correctly. That includes environmental hazards, unsafe equipment, maintenance concerns, injuries, near misses, and incidents that could have gone much worse. You may also need incident reports, GERS, maintenance reporting, and supervisor notification, depending on what occurred and agency procedure. Timing matters. Report promptly while details are accurate and while corrective action can still protect other people. Objective documentation means describing what you observed, what actions were taken, and what changed. It does not mean guessing motives or adding emotion. For example, instead of saying someone was careless, describe the wet floor at the sink, the absence of a caution sign, the slip that occurred, and the response taken. Near misses matter because they show you where the system almost failed. If a wheelchair was not fully secured but no one was hurt, that is still a major reporting event. Unsafe equipment should be removed from use or controlled according to procedure, then reported so it can be repaired or replaced. Imagine noticing a loose grab bar in the morning and saying nothing because no one fell. By evening, the same hazard could become a real injury. Reporting closes the loop between today's observation and tomorrow's prevention. It turns one staff member's awareness into a safer environment for everyone. Good reports are timely, factual, complete, and focused on safety. Let's pull the course together with one realistic arrival scene. You walk into a home and start noticing problems right away. The kitchen floor is wet. A walker is blocking part of the hallway. A dog is loose and weaving around your legs. Then you see a medication bottle on the floor, hear a smoke detector chirping, and notice the person looks much more tired than usual. When you step back outside for a moment, you also notice the transportation vehicle has a low tire. This is not one problem, it is a cluster of risks. Now use the Better Life model. Look means naming the hazards instead of letting them blur together. Think means asking which issue could cause harm first. A wet floor and a loose dog create immediate trip and fall danger in the active walking space. The blocked walker matters too, because if the person needs to move quickly, their support equipment is not where it should be. The medication bottle on the floor could mean a missed dose, an error, or unsafe access. The chirping detector suggests a safety system needs attention. The low tire affects later transportation safety. The person's unusual fatigue raises the risk even more because any movement through this environment may be less steady than usual. So what comes first? In this moment, you address the most immediate injury threat in the person's active path. Secure the dog, control the wet floor, and clear the walker path. Then you reassess the person's condition, manage the medication concern according to procedure, address the detector issue, and make sure the vehicle is not used until the tire problem is handled. ACT does not mean solving everything at once. It means solving the right thing in the right order while keeping everyone safe. And report means documenting the hazards, the fatigue change, the actions taken, and who was notified so these risks do not reset for the next shift. Falls, transportation, behavior, medication, community outings, emergency evacuations, weather, lifting, medical changes, and household hazards all connect to the same responsibility: prevent the injury before it starts. Every Better Life employee is responsible for look, think, ACT, and rep it. That prevention first mindset is what keeps people safer every day. When you notice risk early and respond well, you protect the people you support, your co-workers, and yourself. That is what safe, competent support looks like at Better Life. Thank you for doing the work that prevents harm before it happens.